This will be our solution for your problem number 5. Take note that this solution will be synonymous with the solution of your practice problem number 8. Synonymous lang yan. So same solution with 8. So magbabago lang sa number 8 nyo are the given. Okay? So let's start solving the problem. So a ball is thrown vertically upward from the top of a 30-meter high building with an initial velocity of 5 meters per second. At the same instant, another ball is thrown upward from the ground with an initial velocity of 20 meters per second. So determine the height from the ground and the time at which they pass each other. Okay. So there are two balls here which are thrown on building. This is the building, which is basically your 30-meter high building. Okay. And then from the ground, so let's say this will be our datum. Your ground is that we have our another ball. So another ball yan, which is thrown from this ground with a velocity of 20 meters per second. Okay? So dalawang bola yan. Binato pataas. Okay. So what will be our procedure of analysis? So first, take note that our 5 meter per second ball is thrown upward. So therefore, it is not thrown downward. So upward siya. So it would reach its maximum value. Okay. So let's say this will be your point A, where the ball will have a VF equals 0. And then it will start going down. At an instant, this ball is also going up. Okay. Until they meet each other. Okay. So how will we solve this problem? So there will be two methods that we would use in solving this problem. So take note that at this instance, this VF, let's say VF1 is unknown, and then this will be your VF2. Okay. So VF2 is unknown. So take note that we are determining the height from the ground where these two will meet. So this, let's say this will be our height from the ground, S1. Let's say S. This will be the height from the ground, where S is the height from the ground. Okay. What will be our next step? So take note that we have the same time. Take note that your T at your ball 1 is equal to the T of your ball 2. Okay. And our height of the building is 30 meters. Okay. My first method will be is that I will find the height at which this 5 meter per second will have its maximum value in which VF is equal to 0. So let's say this will be my first height. Okay, this will be my first height. So let's say this will be my S1. Solving for this S1, so we all know that at maximum height at which your 5 meter per second will reach is just equal to VF squared less VI squared is equal to our 2 ag. So we are solving for max height of ball A. So this is our ball A, okay, and this is our ball B. Okay? So since we are against the gravity, so negative yan, and our VF1 will be equal to 0 because it will reach its maximum value of height. So 0, so we have negative VI, which is equal to 5 squared, right? Meter squared per second squared, which is equal to our 2. The acceleration of our gravity multiplied by its S1. Okay? Yung acceleration of gravity natin, since the velocity of the ball is against the acceleration of gravity, which is equal to 9, acceleration of gravity which is equal to 9.81 meter per second square. So therefore we have negative. It is against the velocity or the direction of motion is against the gravity. So 9.81 meter per second squared multiplied by our S1. So cancelling out your meter squared per second squared and then meter per second squared, so matitira is meter. So we will have our S1 will be equal to, using your calculator, so maka-cancel out yung negative nyan. So we have 25 divided by 2 times 9.81. So we'll have a value equal to 1.2742 meters, or simply equal to, approximately equal to 1.27 meters. This is my S1. Now I have my S1. So therefore, I may say that this is 1.27 meters. Okay. Next thing that I will do is to compute the time interval wherein this ball will reach its maximum height. Okay. So solving for time ball A will reach max height. So take note that we can use the formula VF less VI is equal to our 80, wherein our VF is potentially equal to 0 at maximum height yan, less our VI which is equal to 5 meters per second, which is equal to our 80, which is negative 9.81. So multiplied by our TA at TA max. Okay, so lalagay yung TA max dyan, so para hindi tayo malito later on. So therefore we'll have a value equal to TA max equals negative 9.81 divided by negative 5. So we'll have a value equal to 1.962. Baliktad. So 5 divided by negative 5 divided by negative 9.81. So we'll have a value equal to 0.5096, 50968, or simply equal to 0.51 seconds. This will be your TA max. So after solving for your TA max, so we already know that the time of flight is equal to 1.27. Is equal to 0.51 seconds from 30 meter height to 1.27 meter additional height. So therefore, I may say that the time na mag-meet sila is my TX. Let's say that this will be my TX. The duration where my time or my ball A will meet my ball B. So I will say that my ball B will have a time equal to T2. Take note that, or TB. Take note that if they will meet each other in the instant, therefore your TA must equal to your TB. Okay? TA must be equal to TB. But take note that as I go on with my calculation, I have solved that my TA or my ball A is just equal to my T max, TA max, wherein my ball will reach its maximum height plus tx, wherein this tx is the time where it will meet the ball B. Time the ball A will meet ball B. Yan yung remaining time natin pag sakali. Take note that our TA max was already solved, so therefore I may say that my TA is equal to my TA max, which is 0.51 multiplied 0.51 seconds plus our TX. So it is very clear that my TX is equal to 0.51 TA less 0.51 seconds. Tama ba? So transpose lang natin to. Okay? So that is our TX. So take note that there will be an additional height of 1.27 meters. So I will denote the point where these two will meet as my S1. Let's say SA na lang. SA and my wherein let's say that my SA is equal to the displacement from this point. Ano yung displacement natin yan? So this is SA. SA which is equal to displacement or position at TX. And let's say this will be my SB. So palitan ko yung kulay. So my SB is my displacement at TB. Displacement at TB. Okay? So mapapansin nyo, madali lang natin kukunin yung TA and TB mo. Take note that your SA plus SB is the distance between your ball 1 and your ball 2. Yung hindi pa sila mag-meet. So therefore, we'll have SA plus my SB is just equal to 30 meters. 30 meters, ito yon, plus yung distance to maximum height natin, which is basically equal to 1.27 meters. Bakit ko siya inad? Kasi basically, yung atake ko sa problem is kukunin ko mo yung maximum height nung V1 natin, and then to get a velocity equal to 0 or your VI equal to 0 para mas madaling atakehin yung problem later on. Okay? So we have 1 point plus 1.27 meters or your S1. So we have SA plus SB is equal to 30 plus 1.27. So we have SA plus SB is equal to 31.27 meters. That is my SA plus SB. Particularly, alam niyo na kung anong susunod natin gagawin. Let us solve for the value of your SA and your SB. So, solving for SA and SB, solving for SA and SB. So, we all know that our SB is unknown, our SA is unknown, kasi nga kukunin natin yung height na mag-meet silang dalawa. So, particularly, our SA is just equal to VIT plus 1/2 AT squared, wherein our A is the acceleration of gravity. So, take note that this VI is equal to 0 kasi nga ito yung consider nating VI. Okay? So, VI at F1. So, letting VI be equal to F1. Okay? And T be equal to TX. Right? So, we have our SA is equal to VIT, which is 0, which is equal to 1/2. So, 1/2. Take note, mag-freefall na tayo Mag-freefall na tayo. So, therefore, your acceleration will be with the gravity. So, positive acceleration na yan. Okay? So, we'll have positive 9.81. 9.81 multiplied by our TX squared. Okay? That is our SA. So, solving for our SB. So, for SB, So SB, we have our ball VIT plus 1 half 80 squared. Take note that your acceleration is against the direction of your motion, therefore your acceleration is equal to negative AG or negative G. So our SB is equal to VIT, which has our VI is 20 meters per second, tama? So 20 multiplied by our TB, okay? Plus 1 half multiplied by our positive or negative 9.81 TB squared. So tama ba? TB squared yan. Okay. So take note guys that our SB or your TB is equal to TA, right? This one. But you all know that in this equation wala tayong nakikitang TA kasi nga TX yung ginamit natin. Bakit TX? Kasi yung TX na to is yung duration na mag-meet na sila ng ball. Okay? Yung duration na mag-meet sila ng ball, ng second ball, and then our TA is basically equal to the duration of our TX, which is TA last 0.51. The TA is the time wherein the total time wherein your ball A will meet the ball B. So substituting the value of your TX, which is basically equal to TA plus 0.51. So in this equation, so we'll have substitute TX is equal to TA less 0.51 seconds. So we'll have a value equal to SA equals 1 half times multiplied by 9.81 multiplied by TA less 0.51 squared, which is our TX. Take note that our TA is equal to TB. So therefore, I may denote my TA as TB. Okay. So therefore, I have SA equals 1 half multiplied by 9.81 multiplied by TB. TB less 0.51 squared. So at TA is equal to TB. Kasi yan yung time na mag-meet sila. Okay? So TA is equal to TB. So what would be our next solution? So let's expand your SA. So your SA is just equal to 1 half times 9 multiplied by 9.81 times TB squared is just equal to TB minus 0.51 squared is just equal to TB squared less 2 multiplied by 0.51 based on your special product plus 0.51 squared. Okay. What would be our next solution? Okay. Letting this will be my equation 1 and this will be my equation 2. I-add ko silang dalawa. I-add natin silang dalawa. So therefore, we have SB plus SA. So SB plus SA is equal to 20 TB plus 1 half times multiplied by negative 9.81 TB squared plus, so i-add ko silang dalawa, equation 1 and equation 2. So particularly this will be your equation 1 and this is your equation 2 plus, so Ang ginagawa ko na ngayon is that I will manipulate this by distributing this constant in those three different terms. So plus 1/2 multiplied by 9.81 multiplied by TB squared less 1/2 multiplied by 9.81 multiplied by your 9.81 TB. Okay, may TB dapat to kasi nga A plus B squared is equal to A squared plus 2AB plus B squared. Okay, wherein your A is equal to TB and then your B is to. So negative yan. So dapat may TB yan. So multiplied by 2. Okay? Multiplied by our 0.51. Okay? So checking the numerical value. So 1/2 times 9.81 times multiplied by your TB multiplied by 2 multiplied by 0.51 plus 1/2 multiplied by 9.81 multiplied by 0.51 squared. Okay, so you see that this term and this term are similar, but they have different symbol. Negative to positive, so for negative times positive, negative plus positive is always equal to 0 pag equal siya. So negative 1/2, so they are similar, so let's cancel this one, so this is 0. Okay, so we have 20 TB is equal to 20 TB, which is also equal to our SB plus SA, right? So 0, so plus our negative 1/2, so let's calculate this one. Negative 1/2 multiplied by 9.81 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 0.51, so we'll have a value equal to negative 5 TB, 0.0031 TB. Okay, plus 1/2 multiplied by 9.81 multiplied by 0.51 squared is 1.27 1.2757. Okay, so the equation will be further be manipulated as SB plus SA is equal to 20 TB plus 0, so wala na, less 5 TB, 5.00 TB ano, roundable yan sa 0 lang, plus 1.2757. Okay, so take note that we have denoted your SA plus SB kanina, wherein our SA plus SB is basically equal to 31.27. So substitute natin itong value to dito kasi parehas lang yan. So we have SB plus SA is equal to 31.27 meters. So we have our 20 TB less 5 TB is just equal to 15 TB plus 1.275. So rounding up to its nearest 100, so pwede nating i-round yan sa 1.27. So subtracting this one, so I'll have 31.27 less 1.27, which is equal to 15 TB. So it is further manipulated into 30 equals 15 TB. So solving for TB, we have our TB is equal to 30 divided by 15, right? Which is basically equal to 2 seconds. Okay? That is the time at which they will pass each other. 2 seconds. So, determine the height from the ground. So, how will we determine the height from the ground? Okay, first things first, take note that your TB is equal to your TA. It is equal to TA. So, kahit saan mo i-solve yan, i-substitute, makukuha mo pa rin yung value ng height from the ground later on. So, solving for the height from the ground, height from ground. So, how will we solve our height from ground? So, technically, ito yun, di ba? Yung height from ground natin, which is basically yung pinakamadaling kunin is your SB. Okay? But what is our SB? Our SB is equal to this equation. So, solving the height of the ground using the SB. So, we have our SB is equal to 20 TB plus 1/2 multiplied by negative 9.81 TB squared. So we have our 2 seconds, so we have 20 multiplied by our 2 seconds, so 2 plus 1/2 multiplied by negative 9.81 multiplied by our TB squared, which is equal to 2 squared. Okay, nagdalag, so 4. So we have SB is equal to 20 times 2 multiplied by 2 plus 1/2 multiplied by negative 9.81 multiplied by 4. So we'll have a value equal to 20.38 meters, or approximately equal to 20.4 meters. Okay, so in my next video I will show the easier version of my calculation. Okay, so this version is the concept version. Okay, so